Welcome back. We're still talking sports right here at Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. Remember, you can be part of the show. Yes, you can. Twitter, Channels_Sports, Facebook, Channels IFA Sports. Guys, I've just told the viewers, we cannot stop talking about 2016 because it brought a lot of lessons. Cecilia Tayo, and if you guys can cast your minds back, almost same lesson with 2015. We didn't learn from 2015 and then 2016.
2015, start from 2012.
Yeah, no,
Come on. We went to the Olympics.
We never get to as possible.
Sometimes when you look at the happenings in Nigeria, it's as if you're saying the same thing over and over again.
Broken records.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So you talk about sports policies, you talk about things you need to
early
put in
preparations.
Early preparations. And all. You say it in 2011, you say it in 2012 Olympic year, and after the Olympics, you come back, you have a retreat, you kind of have what do I call it now, a kind of a template, and say, okay, this is what we're going to work on. In the first quarter, we're going to start preparations for the next one, and you discover that Olympic year will have federation president saying, we don't have money coming from the sports ministry, and the sports ministry will tell you the federal government is not releasing any money, and somehow, somewhere, they would say, okay, the money meant for the All-African Games was supposed to use for the Olympic preparations, why the money for the Olympics will come a few weeks to the Olympics. So it's the same story over and over again. And then you ask yourself, if we have the same story, what's the possibility it's going to change? Because we have the same NOC, we have the same sports minister, we have the same federation president and all that. The only thing that have changed, I'm talking about the fact that when we started the preparations for the Olympics, so the next Olympics is the same minister who was in charge that is going to start this one. So the question you're going to ask is, if it's the same people and you're hearing the same story over and over again, what's the possibility that this is going to change? Who will believe you when you say, I will start preparations in the first quarter of 2017 for 2020 Olympics?
I'm going to leave it to you guys because I just want to start analyzing these things from a distance now. I don't get how you have all the opportunities to learn, make things change, and then sometimes it gets worse. It gets worse.
And there's some stories you just don't want to hear. You can't just say because you feel, no, this can happen. But it does happen.
Yeah. They happen a lot.
You know what, there's this report you put together, concerning what happened in 2016. The Olympics, of course, got most of us talking that year. And also some other events concerning the Super Falcons having to go through the streets of Abuja to be able to get the allowances and all that. We'll listen to this report. We'll come back, we'll talk more on Nigerian sports.
Nigeria!
2016 was a busy year for sports, and that's because we witnessed the Olympics and the Paralympics.
Most populous nation, Nigeria.
Nigerians didn't expect so much from their team as sport preparations and funding issues ruled the pre-Olympic stage.
We worked so hard for the last 4 years, some of us last 8 years, and we get here, we're getting no support. We're running around chasing for money that we're owed. But suffice it to say, it's very frustrating.
But somehow, Nigerian athletes made some headlines at the games. Cherika Okogu, Shegun Toriola, and Aaron Okwadri deserve some mention.
In table tennis, the world least expected to have an African going that far to play quarterfinals.
I really got a lot of support from the Nigerian people. That's really been helpful on Twitter, on social media. They really support me, and it just took my all to make it to the semifinals. So I'm excited.
The 2016 games exposed the decline of some sports in the country. This is the National Boxing Gym in Lagos. Now you know why only one boxer could qualify for the Olympics.
Since the death of Ayanote, everything about this hostel and the development of gym here got dead.
A wonderful moment.
But for a consolatory bronze from football, Nigeria would have left the 2016 Olympics without a medal.
Sets it up 3-0, and that surely is the bronze medal.
Motoring up onto the stage now for her.
The Paralympics changed the story for Nigeria. Despite their constant appeal for support, the special athletes broke records and left the competition with 8 gold, 2 silver and 2 bronze medals.
Wow, how much strength does she have? Well, she goes up into the gold medal position. Unbelievable lifting.
The specially challenged athletes have always put our names on the world map. So what we need to do, we need to build, we need to consolidate on their success and try to make them have a feeling and try to give them that human face, give special sports a human face.
Nigerians love football, but 2016 didn't bring joy as the Super Eagles failed again to qualify for the African Cup of Nations.
It's been a year of mixed blessings, so to speak, you know. We did not qualify for AFCON. You know, I was particularly very pained, very livid about it. It was something that we could avoid.
To the captain of Nigeria.
The Super Falcons made it a year to remember. They did a great job by winning the African Women's Cup of Nations in Cameroon. The ladies were expecting more celebrations when they returned home, but that didn't happen. They left the podium to the streets to protest unpaid allowances and bonuses. With proper planning and good management, the problems of Nigerian sports in 2016 would have been avoided. Well, 2017 provides another opportunity for us to correct those wrongs. But there is an unanswered question. Is the country ready? Austin Okonakpan, Channels Television News.
Yeah, I think the country is actually ready because when you spoke to the minister, the weekend, he says, look, 2020, first quarter, we're going to start preparations. Maybe we'll listen to him tomorrow. I think we need to play back.
We'll blow that up.
We need to blow up that track because we need to start following it from now.
Yeah.
How ready are we going to be? Are we really going to start from that? We know most of the federations right now, they operate on their own. They don't get subvention anymore like they used to get, except the football.
And I saw Tayo's look. Tayo
But when you're planning a national event,
Tayo, Cecilia, is the country ready?
Okay, Tayo, are we ready?
I'm not convinced, obviously. So only time will tell. Only time will tell. But we can't round off this particular segment without giving special shout-outs to the athletes themselves.
That's right.
Because if you look at the achievements of 2016, a lot of those guys were on their own, mostly. Arnold Quadri got to the quarterfinals.
Right now.
Jericho Kogu. I mean,
made record.
The Olympic team, we all remember what they went through.
I know.
They almost missed out of the tournament altogether.
Kids arrived days to the end of the country.
So a lot of stuff went wrong, but the Nigerian athlete, the Nigerian spirit, still came to fore eventually. So shout out to the Nigerian athletes for doing Nigerian proud.
That's right.
In 2016. Hopefully you get all the support needed to continue to thrive in 2017.
I agree.
I have another question for you.
No, before questions, let's be happy.
Okay, I want to ask you one question. I want to ask you a question. Who is going to take all the glory? I mean, the glory of Arnold Quadri, the glory of Segun Toriola, the glory of Cherika and all that, because so many people actually taking the glory. Who's going to take the glory?
It's for the individuals. Let them use it as a springboard and get better. It's their career. That's all I can say. It's your career. Whatever you can do for yourself to keep getting better, do it. But tell us a shout out to the athletes. Super mega shout out to the Paralympians.
Of course.
Yeah.
We're going to go
Paralympians.
there.
And Tana said the right things. That if these guys keep making us proud, if they keep winning medals, why can't we consolidate? If anybody should say Nigeria will come to the Paralympics and top the medals table, let us put all the attention to it because they've never failed us.
Never.
The Paralympians.
Yep.
And every year, every Olympic year, every competition, they are begging for support. Can't you just give us support?
No, you need to check where they're actually training. It tells you a whole lot of story. And that's why when you see the boxing gym, it tells you a whole lot of story. But I think it's better now. It's a bit better now after the Olympics and all that.
There's an hostel.
Yeah.
But the gym itself.
It's a bit better.
That's supposed to be the factory. That's supposed to, when
that's
you
the
manufacture and stuff,
word.
that's where the boxes are supposed to come up from. And when it's looking that horrible, there are no surprises at all that we only qualified.
I just said it's getting better. So next Olympics,
qualified just one boxer for the Olympics.
That tells the story.
And we know how that ended.
Boxing. Even you listen to Bisia Wakpa saying since the death of Brian Adionote, that gym has been a disaster.
Incredible.
And it tells you why it's only a fair jagba. It tells you why. And you know his story.
His story, how it ended for him as well.
Yeah, I remember when I went to see him before the Olympics. So the interview.
Little boy, boxing was. We used to walk over an hour just to go see a boxing bout.
That's how big it was.
It was so massive. Obisian Wakpa, the Golden Gloves, was a legend. These guys don't walk on the street without people chanting their names. We cannot win a medal at the Olympics in boxing.
In boxing, they gave us the first ever Olympic medal.
Before independence, we had world champions in boxing.
Incredible stuff.
Tiki to Tiger, Organ Kid Bassi. We went to sleep.
Okay, but I think we're awake right now because we're having
I don't know how Cecilia is reaching our conclusions on the show this morning about being awake, about being ready, because it's still
we have
early.
enough competitions right now. I'm talking about the grassroots development that's been ongoing and all that.
Yeah,
I think
we can see the effort.
A start. So when you have that, you know that there's a start. There's somewhere to actually build on, and the boxing gym is being renovated and all that. So I think before 2020, I'm just hopeful. Hopefully again
even
that
some
something
of your big names at the Olympics. Where is Umar? Someone called me after watching that report and said, "Where are those names?"
They couldn't qualify.
We know how they went to try and qualify.
Yeah.
Basically on their own, trying to qualify to represent Nigeria. Obviously, when you have all that stress in your mind, it's hard to to produce in the ring. And it is Austin for me. I'm just gonna just chill. See how everything unfolds, because like I said, it's too early to start reaching any conclusions. The minister is out, is on record as saying, okay, preparations will start in earnest
second quarter of this year,
so we're waiting.
Tokyo 2020.
Exactly. We'll monitor the situation.
Words must become action.
Exactly. We have this situation of paying lip service to things in Nigeria a lot. So I'm not getting too ahead of myself. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
Cecilia,
no, when it gets this difficult and then you have nothing else to say again, just act like Cecilia. I get what she's saying.
Laugh, right?
It's tiring. But you know what? There's light at the end of the tunnel. Why do I believe there's light at the end of this? Something good is coming to sports in Nigeria in 2017. But again, that unanswered question, administrators, leaders of sports in this country must answer is the country ready? We should start dotting the I's and crossing the T's and stop putting square pegs in round holes. Do the right things and we will reap the results. Invest in it and you'll see it. Okay, let's get on with the show now. We can't stop talking about the year 2016. We know who the best footballer in Africa is for 2016. Riyad Mahrez of Leicester City. Everything he touched in 2016 turned to gold. We're still taking reactions from the 2016 CAF Awards. Let's listen to the major guys. When we come back, the show will go on. Don't go anywhere. Stay.